Todd and Michelle were married with 2 children and a dog. They had been married for 10 years and truly enjoyed their life and their relationship. They had met in college, shared many interests, dated, fell in love, and got married. They had their daughter first, and then came their son. At some point in the mix, they got a scrappy little beagle named Short Round, due to Todd's love of Indiana Jones. They both had successful careers, but always made time for their relationship and their children. They were the kind of family that you would find at the beach or in the wilderness on the weekends. Everything was going very well until Todd started getting headaches. They were kind of random considering that he didn't really have headaches regularly, but Todd was the type of guy not to worry about things like that. He took some ibuprofen and went to work. The headaches became more and more severe until Todd one day had to call out of work. As he laid on the couch with his head in pain, his attention was drawn to the red lamp in the room. There wasn't anything special about this lamp. It was red with gold trim and a white square shade, but Todd absolutely could not take his eyes off of it. For days, he sat there, staring at that lamp, his wife growing more and more concerned about his mental health and not sure what she should do. She would ask him if he was okay, and he would be able to put together a few words and tell her that he was fine, not to worry. But she was worried, so much so that if he was not willing to go see a doctor, she was going to bring one home to see him. Meanwhile, in Todd's world, the lamp had changed. It was almost like the lamp was inverted. Over the course of the next 3 days, the lamp morphed and changed shapes, almost like if it was made out of plasma. When Todd's wife got home on that third day and found him still sitting on the couch, not eating, nor drinking, and barely even using the bathroom, she got scared, which manifested in anger. She yelled at him, "Why are you doing this? Why won't you get help? Why are you being so stubborn? Something is wrong with you. Todd, answer me. Todd, are you listening to me?" But Todd would just stare at that lamp. The lamp got bigger and bigger. At this point, it was shaped like a circle, maybe like a portal, red in the middle, but with bright white on the outside. He could barely hear Michelle in the background, getting more and more angry as she picked up the phone to call their doctor. However, the doctor wouldn't have the opportunity to see Todd. As that circle now got bigger and bigger and became more prevalent in Todd's mind, things began to change. The world began to change. Todd's reality changed. All of a sudden, he was no longer in his house, in his living room on his couch. He was no longer with his kids. He was no longer with Michelle. He was back in college, where he had met Michelle. And all he heard was, "Hey, look out!" And as he looked up, all he could see was that red lamp falling from the third-story balcony. That lamp would smack him directly on the top of his head, and Todd would crumble to the ground. 911 was called. Todd was picked up off the ground, put into an ambulance, and taken to the local hospital. But all Todd wanted to know is, where is my wife? Where are my kids? Where am I? All the EMT could do would be to try to comfort Todd. He was a 19-year-old college kid. There was no way that he had a wife of 10 years with kids. He owned his own home. The EMT just assumed that he was having some sort of hallucination from the head trauma. It would turn out they were right. Todd and Michelle's 10-year relationship, Michelle herself, their 2 kids, and Short Round were all just one big hallucination caused by the trauma from the falling red lamp. Todd would go on to say that he would never get over the loss of his entire family in one moment. Even though they never existed, they were more real to Todd than anything he had ever experienced in his life, and now they were gone. He would experience grief, loss, and depression for the next 5 years of his life, and would somehow, eventually, find a way to trudge on. But even to this day, he dreams of his son, who is perpetually 5 years old in his dreams. Rest in peace.